I'm going to Duquesne University, which is in Pittsburgh, and my major is nursing.
I'm attending Drexel University, and my major is biological science.
Hi, the school I'm going to is Penn State, and my major is going to be psychology.
Next year, I will be attending the University of Delaware to study exercise science.
And to attend Gwinnett Mercy University as an accelerated nursing student.
I would say relief, especially after this year. It's going to be a relief to be in a new environment, just checking out like a new city, meeting new people in hopefully a post-pandemic setting, and being in a place like you worked really hard to get to.
Hesitant. I think that's the word I would use. I'm excited, but I'm also very scared to go to college. I'm like prepared. I've been prepared since like 9th grade, but it's also just like a new chapter of my life.
One word I would use to describe my feelings towards starting college this fall would be excited. I'm excited to meet new people. I'm excited to see what it's like living on my own. I'm just really excited.
One thing to describe my feelings towards next year is excited.
One word that I could use to describe my feelings towards next year is excited. Definitely very, very excited. But I also would use the word nervous just because there's a lot of unknowns.
I feel like I definitely missed out on the relationships I could have formed with people in my class. You just have conversation with people you sit around or like interact with daily, so I feel like I definitely could have made friendships with people either I haven't talked to or I haven't seen in years. Definitely also the football games and our basketball games, senior sections, definitely the clubs and activities that the school does. I definitely miss this year.
I do. I feel like I missed out on just like experiencing what people like say senior year is about. Like I feel like I didn't get to experience like senior skip day or like being in class and not doing any work. I feel like I missed out on like just talking to other seniors about like graduating.
Missed out on being able to be with my friends every day, and I missed out on having a normal prom because it's very different this year. But I'm just happy I'm a senior, and I'm happy I was able to close my 4 years at high school. And I'm happy I was able to do that even though like this pandemic is going on.
This year I thought that I missed out on events such as Thon that I do at my school and a regular high school soccer season.
I do feel that my senior year was majorly impacted by the fact that we were online for just about 3/4 of it. I was really hoping to absorb my last moments as a Hatter, and it just didn't work out that way. But we made the best of it. It's unfortunate and disappointing, but there's not much we can all do about it. Honestly, I'm more upset that I did not get to absorb and take advantage of all the opportunities that Eastern's Allied Health program had to offer me. I worked extremely hard to get into it, and it just wasn't what I expected. I didn't get to go to the hospitals. I didn't get all the hands-on experience. But again, totally out of my control, and there's nothing I can do about that.
Academically wise, not so much, but I feel like I grew in my independence and my ableness, I guess, to motivate myself when you really just don't want to do anything. So that will definitely help me a lot in college, especially because teachers aren't on you as much as they are in high school.
I think it prepared me for like life in general. I think it prepared me for like that life throws curveballs at you and you're never going to be prepared for one single thing and just to take it as it comes. I think it taught me that you should always expect the unexpected, even though that's like kind of corny.
I feel like this year did prepare me for college because it was more so you had to be on top of yourself. You didn't really have any teacher in your ear telling you to make sure you got your work done. They just assigned it and then you had to remember to do it. You had to take the time out your day to get it done. And I feel like that's what college is. It's about showing responsibility. And I feel like this year helped me be more responsible with my work and stop procrastinating as much as I did when I was in school.
I think I'm prepared for college a little bit, but definitely not as much if it wasn't for COVID, because online learning was really hard for me, even though my school did a pretty good job with it.
Honestly not sure. My school half for Horsham is a definite no. They slacked in a lot of spots. They weren't there for us, and it was hard to get a hold of anyone. But Gwen and Mercy and the other universities that I applied to had really great resources, and there was a lot of people for us to reach out to if we had questions, concerns, whatever. So, am I prepared? I hope so. And all I can say is I'm going to do my very best to make the best of it.
I feel like I'd be more academically prepared, but definitely not as emotionally prepared. The pandemic definitely gave me a lot of time to self-reflect and think about what I wanted to get out of college. So I feel like I definitely am like set mentally for the college opportunities and experiences to come.
I don't know. I don't think I'd be more prepared. I think I would get the feeling of like being an actual senior. Like right now it doesn't feel like I'm a senior, but I don't think it would have made me more prepared. I think I'd be even more anxious to go to college if I actually got to experience a real senior year.
I feel like they both prepare me the same way because I still got a lot of work and I was still able to work on building my skills with learning because I still was assigned work by teachers. It wasn't really slacking. I still had to pay attention in the Zoom, so I still had to take notes. So it was basically like regular school. I feel like they both would have prepared me equally the same.
I for sure feel that if COVID was not a thing, this year would have looked a lot different, and the amount of anxiety that I have about next year would be lessened, like for sure, by a significant amount. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of obstacles that I'm going to need to tackle, and I just really have never been on the campus and gotten to experience a lot of what it has to offer. So I'm not sure. Excited, nervous, and a lot of other things.
Yeah, in-person guidance would have been a lot of help, especially with the FAFSA. It took a lot of time and it was just a lot of effort to go through all of that. And definitely, like, if we'd been in school, it would have been easier to, like, have the guidance counselor or a teacher help me out with that, someone who was just more informed on that. So definitely just the FAFSA, I would say, and I would say, like, mental toughness during the college process. I feel like you can kind of, like, get yourself down and have a lot of doubt on yourself about if you're good enough for school, so definitely keeping yourself in high spirits was a little difficult.
Okay, so my mom is very controlling, like not in the sense that like she has to have control over everything, but more in the sense like she wants the best for me, and it happens to be that if she feels like she has control over it, it's the best for me. So during the application process, she really wanted to be a part of writing the essays. She really wanted to be a part of just like answering the questions, and it was really hard for me because I'm a very sit down and like write a whole essay in one go type of person, and it was very hard for me to like allow her to sit down with me and like let her have her opinions if I didn't feel like they like aligned with mine. So that was really hard. I don't think it would have been easy if I had a personal guidance counselor. I think it would still be the same. I'm a very like independent person until the very last minute. So if I don't really like asking for help until like I need somebody to read my essay and I need to turn it in.
I would say it was the hardest part was getting my transcripts and my recommendations all together because I couldn't go to my teachers face to face. I would have to email them and wait for them to email me back, but I got them all together in time. I just feel like if I was in person, it would have been more organized because I would have had access to my counselor actually walking me through it. Whereas being online, I had to email my counselor back and forth, and it just took more time than I feel like it would have if we were in person.
The application process was okay. The hardest part was definitely figuring out what to write about for my essay, but I don't think that the in-person guidance would have helped at all.
Doing the college applications was probably one of the hardest decisions and the toughest things I've ever done. I mean, I just didn't understand how I was supposed to make a decision about my future when all I was seeing was pictures online and videos. It just seemed wrong. I wanted to be able to go on campus and, visit all the buildings and really get a feel for if I was going to like it there and if that was the place for me. And just unfortunately, I didn't get that opportunity.
I think meeting new people and just getting to see a new city. I grew up with essentially the same people my entire life in school, so it's gonna be a little strange being surrounded by people that I'm usually not.
I'm going to college in the city, and I'm just like, I love being around people. I like being surrounded by people. So just enjoying the fact that I'll be able to see people again and be out of the house and just experiencing like college life.
I'm most excited to meet new people, be living on my own, seeing what that's like, and just having new experiences because it's just a completely different chapter than being in high school and being living under the same roof as my family. I feel like it's gonna train me to be more responsible and mature, and I'm excited to see how I grow with my college.
Something I'm excited for next year is meeting new people and venturing out of my small town.
Definitely the hands-on stuff and just being able to focus really on those health science courses that I'm going to take and not having to worry about taking like poetry and the other stupid classes that everyone has to take. Um, I just think that I'll be able to thrive more learning about the things that really interest me. And I think it will also help me kind of figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life